What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am back again with a technically a pickup video, but this is technically a charity shop bundle, a pickup video from what was it across a few days. Everything I'm going to show in this video technically cost me £1, including the system. And I'll explain how I got the system for £1 when I get to that system at the end. But yeah, everything in this bundle I technically picked up for £1 at charity shops. And when I was all for the collection, when I was scanning them, I weren't like, oh, I need that, I'm gonna pick it up. I was like, do I need it? The two things I was sort of in my head, I was like, if it fits in both these brackets, I'm gonna get them. Do I need them? And are they technically cheaper than CEX? And I think one of them was about the same price CEX. The rest of them were quite a lot under. One of them, for the normal edition, weren't on CEX's app. One of the things I picked up came with a magazine, so technically you can't buy it. You can't buy it from a shop. Well, you can with the magazine, but not on its own. And I'll explain when I get to that. So yeah, everything was £1 technically, if you work out. So and what they are I got one OG Xbox, original Xbox, one PC game, but the thing that's from magazine is on the PC CD-ROM. So on the class it's a PC game. 3 360 games. Well, one's a compilation, so that's multiple on one disc, but 3 discs, if you will, and like 5 PS3 games and the system. So the OG Xbox game is Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, I was never sort of nostalgic for Sonic, or I know it's technically Shadow, but it's in the Sonic universe. I was never sort of nostalgic for this sort of brand. Also, I don't like it. It's for a lot of people I know who play the newer ones, like Sonic Mania and the other. They bought it because they wanted a Sonic game that was like old. And for someone who wasn't nostalgic for that, it's hard for me to sort of get into that. It's hard for me to sort of get nostalgic, but I will show you if they're complete or not from my charity shops. I know, but it's because I think charity shops more so than I think CEX or a cash converted shop. It's more true of knowing what you're going to get, if it's complete or not. Because a lot of us dump it there and don't take it. Where CEX there, because they're actually looking at what's there, it's a bit easier, sort of thing. Personally, that's what I think anyway. So these sort of one official PC game, one is on PC CD-ROM. The first one is Brothers in Arms Heroes Highway. Now, personally, I am trying to go for every version of Brothers in Arms and technically Medal of Honor. I think Medal of Honor, I am missing 2010 one and Warfighter, and in my local CEX I have one of the expansion packs, but I've technically I've got the War Chest. I thought it was then the War Chest, which has that expansion in it. So I'm on the fence to get it separately or not. but I think the only middle one of the games I need are European Assault on GameCube and Vanguard on Wii. Brothers in Arms I need. I don't think they're on GameCube, to my knowledge. I need Rhodes Hill 30 and Earned in Blood on PC. Other than that, I've got pretty much all of them. So that's it. Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, which for me, it's if you. Personally, I always recommend for everyone to play the entire Brothers in Arms series. Because it's people that know what, especially the 360 PS3 era, they know, they probably heard of Brothers in Arms, but not played it. I think compared to a lot of shooters at the time, and especially this type of shooter, it sort of flew under the radar. And it's getting to a point where it's on that fence of being a hidden gem for that generation. Because of that, I think. And the game that's came in the magazine, it's the ultimate 2D shoot 'em up collection, or shmup, and it calls the case of 50 old school blasts from the past, plus exclusive retro video footage. Right? Now, when I saw this, I was like, what? Initially, I thought it was a DVD, because it has that time side, but, as I showed the back, but it's basically the same thing on the side. It came in Retro Gamer. So I was like, is it DVD? What is it? Obviously I saw these sort of PC ROM, and it's basically games. But I know fuck all about it. Because I haven't got a PC to run it on. I mean, you're probably thinking, why you take some PC games? I do as soon as I want. But it's, for someone who loves Retro Gamer magazine, I wanted this. But if you know any more information, or even if it's what games are on it, or even what the fucking footage is, I would love to know. I would love to know more information on it. Even if it's like one extra thing, even if you know one of the games, that's still one extra thing I know about it. So yeah. Next three, the 360 games I bought. And I'll show you an order of. I should check chart prices if I don't know, of like okay when it comes to like saving, better than sort of better. And the sort of okay one was Cameo Elements of Power. And I picked this up because like I said, it's going towards the collection. Unfortunately, it is a classics disc, but it's going towards collection, but also it's a rare game. And when I say rare, I don't mean it's hard to find. I mean it's a rare game. Now I've now got two versions of this game. This actual physical 360 version, and all I'm saying, I have to double check, and I think it's also the rare replay. So I've got two versions of that. So yeah, this one, these next two technically, I was quite surprised what actually in there. And the first one is, I did a £1 this, and I think at the time we checked in, it was about 19 quid in CX, and that is Left 4 Dead 2. This is the sort of game that, not necessarily, it's still a £10 game, so it's gripping on to sort of holding its price somewhat, but this is only one of the sort of games, because it's Valve and it's a Left 4 Dead Left 4 Dead game, and for a lot of people, it's people who haven't played it. That is how good it is, so they want to pick it up. And the other side, there's people that did play it, know how good it is, and want it. So it's one of the games that are sort of 10, 15, 20 years down the line, or basically the way we look at N64 now. We need to point for that with a 360. This is going to be one of them games that people want in their collection. Whether they're going for like a full collection or what they can grab, or a shelf sort of thing, this is one of them games that they would want. So, yeah. And I think I've played a list, not a lot of it, but I've played enough to know that it is a good game. It can be a tricky game, but it's better if you, I say, for other people you know who are good. The last game, technically is one game disc, but it's on its right here, which says over 40 game classics. Again, this like Left 4 Dead, I'm quite surprised it's a charity shop, because I'm going to say something, but I don't mean it in the sense that don't stop taking stuff to your charity shop, because there's people like myself who are who will go there and buy cheap games. But it's like Left 4 Dead 2 and this, what I'm going to show you, it's, you get not like 20, 30 quid, but if you take Left 4 Dead and this in, you're looking at about 5 to 10 quid. And I think people forget that, or like too lazy to check, or whatever. I'm rambling now. My apologies, guys. Audio, if you're audio watching, but that is the Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. Now, I've wanted this game for years, but because either I've not the money for it, or I've had money but not enough for it, I've never had it. But £1, for fuck's sake. And the games you get on it was you get Sonic 1, 2 and 3. Bear in mind, I'm not nostalgic for them. Street Racer 1, 2 and 3, which to buy this for £1 now, not last Street Racer 4 has come out, perfect. Because you can play these before that sort of thing. Ecco the Dolphin. Right. Part 1 and 2, sorry. I want to say something about it, but I don't know what the fuck to say. Shining Force 1 and 2. I know the name, but I don't think I'm going to put any. I don't think I'm going to put what it is to the title. Golden Axe 1, 2 and 3. Sonic and Knuckles. Phantasy Star 2, 3 and I want to say 4. Do I have Phantasy Star? In my head, I've Phantasy Star on other systems, but I'll check it in a sec. Alex Kidd, which I know for some, I think the Master System that was built in game. Shinobi 3, Columns. Altered Beast, Sonic Spinball, Kid Comedian, Retro-Man, and other titles. So it's a fantastic range. But Phantasy Star, I'm not going to move stuff out the way now and lean back. I'm never prepared, guys. Yeah. So Phantasy Star, I do have Phantasy Star games. I've got Online 2 for Vita and Nova for Vita, which it's made me laugh recently because Phantasy Star Online 2 is free on the Xbox One, but not PS4. Yet it's on the fucking Vita. How does that work out? Maybe I'll lean back a bit back now. Again, you'd think I'd be more prepared. But there's probably a reason. Because obviously on Xbox One, Phantasy Star is on the free game section. On PS4, if it is on PlayStation, it's not there. Whether it's I remember the trade coming out for it, but I don't remember if it was exclusive or not. But I've never gone to a tangent. But Phantasy Star 2 and 3. Because I know that I was shown Phantasy Star Online 2 and Nova, but also they're Japanese, so I couldn't read them. But yeah, mate, I'm really happy. Oh, bloody hell. Page 15 for... Okay. I'm now back. Was that it? One little section. But yeah, having CX is I think either the same price is left for there too, or like a pound dearer. I should check prices before coming in. Okay, those are the PS5. I say PS5 then. PS3 games. They are unfortunately an Essentials version, but it's sort of Heavy Rain Move Edition. Now, I don't know how it's fully playable with the PlayStation Move motion controller or DualShock 3 wireless controller. Right. Now, if this is basically the same as the normal Heavy Rain, right, but the difference is you have the option of using the controller or the move sticks, you're better off buying this because this was technically cheaper than the normal one. But I don't know. Lost the video game. I picked this up because I don't know if this is an easy platinum. In my head it is, but I'm probably wrong. Next I'm showing is, as you probably noticed over the last few videos I've done pick-up wise or whatever, golf games. And I got one new golf game, which was £2 cheaper than CX, is what I needed. And that is Tiger Woods PGA 11. Now, all I need is 12 and 14. And then I'll have all the PS3 ones. Because technically I've got all the PS2 ones. I need 07 for the OG Xbox. I've got only 03 for GameCube. And 09 for Wii. So at some point I'll probably do the Wii ones, then the GameCube ones. But yeah, so it's got to a point where I picked up one or two, and it's now getting to a point where I'm going for all the Tiger Woods games on previous generations, and pick up any other golf games. Like recently I picked up Pro Stroke Golf, International Golf Pro, and PS2 for no reason. There was reasons of golf games, and it's all selection. Next game I picked up was £4 cheaper. CX, at the time we checked anyway. I should have said that with most of these. It's Need for Speed Revival. The only, I think, this is like, when it comes to PS3 anyway, the only Need for Speed game I've got. Stay down. But I know this is also on the PS4, so at some point, when I would start doing the PS4 ones, I'll get that one and all. I started it, and it's basically like another version of Hot Pursuit for that generation. And personally, from what it's not necessarily it's a bad game. It's personally, from my taste, even in the early stages, preferred Hot Pursuit personally. And the game that on the back it says not to be sold separately, so this must have came with a special edition. So now for the PS3, all I need is a road. Then I start with the PS4 ones, and that is Black Flag. So a late Assassin's Creed rule of thumb, not much more than £1. So I'm going to say that's a win. Now, the system. I'll explain the story and then I'll show the system. 2 games I picked up from the charity, or technically it was 1 game. I picked up just 1 game actually. Went to a charity shop, picked up Mario Kart Double Dash. £4 on the GameCube. Got home. I was on the fence about selling it or keeping it. So I want to eventually build a GameCube collection, but at the same time I'm working on other collections at the same time. And because Mario Kart Rule of Thumb holds its value really well, especially on the GameCube and 64 era. So I was on the fence. I was like, so I got home, made sure the disc was alright, just in case I was selling it. The manual was there, anything else in there, just in case I was selling it. Picked up, got the manual out. I was like, felt a bit too stiff, but you can clearly tell it wasn't water damaged. So it's open the disc. Obviously, I saw the back, so I turned like the bottom, so I couldn't tell where it was. I was like, okay, it's probably some random fucking sports title. Flipped it over. It was Super Mario Sunshine for GameCube. Both games are £30 to £40 games in CEX. I'll say that to play safe. Again, I'm not checking CEX prices currently. At the time, yes, at the time it was about 30 to 40 quid. But Double Dash I need to take in as a case. CEX, I know they do reprinted covers, but don't know what they're like when taking only discs in. Not done it because I'm not a prick like that. I don't sort of just do disc only in, let another collector have a printed cover. I'm not like that. I'd rather suffer with disc only than let someone else suffer. So next morning, spoke to a mate of mine. I was getting myself ready to go Basildon. Just get out of the house sort of thing. Mate of mine sort of said to me, I'm going to see to sell some games. Sort of be polite and sort of engage in conversation. I went, what games are you selling? Told them the games, and one of them was Super Mario Sunshine. Took the games in. Couple of games were rejected because they were too scratched, or one of them didn't have the disc in. Lucky for me, The game that didn't have the disc in was Super Mario Sunshine. I said to him, I dropped the disc yesterday. He went, do you want the case? Double check prices or think, or how much the CX would give me at the time. So I was like, I'll be in town in the next half an hour. I'll bring the disc. Met him at CX, politely gave him the case. Obviously, before when I was checking the price of how much CX would give me, I checked out the system I wanted. So there's a system I want to start collecting for, and there were a couple of games that worked on the system. And traded it all in, got the system, had a bit over, so I picked up like a couple of DVDs. The system I picked up, which if I bought it normally would have cost me 30 quid, but from the price of me buying the Mario games, actually getting the console, technically the only money transferred was £1. So technically, I got a DS Lite to be specific, for £1. This, I think, I've seen people sort of sell things to sort of go towards things, and I'm like, oh, that'll never happen to me. That sort of buy cheap, sell large, just to put towards expensive stuff you want. I thought would never happen to me. Now, this is probably a shit deal compared to most bigger collectors. But for me, as it stands right now, so I've recently started a new job and I haven't got paid for that job yet. So, for me, I'm still technically on a tight budget. For me, on a tight budget, to technically get a DS and the only money transferred was £1. For me, that's fantastic. So it was 30 quid, and then they said there was other ones of 35, 37. The only reason this was 30 quid, so it didn't have the stylus. Now you can buy the styluses offline, a bag of 100 or a couple of hundred for pennies. So at some point I'll either see if anyone's got a spare white one, or I'll probably buy like a massive fucking bag of them. Buy one bag, or a multicoloured one, take the white one I need and sort of give them to someone who needs them. But yeah, so technically everything I've picked up, each item cost me £1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, £12 for a system and games. To me that's a bargain, but that, for a system that I know I will, when I eventually start getting more games for, will get use out of. So, this is my Charity Shop pickup video. I would love to see what games you've recently picked up, what charity shops games or bargains have you found. I would love to know. Please hit that like button, please comment, please subscribe, because I know it's sort of cliches that for most people say that I do. The reason I do this channel is to share my passion of gaming, especially old school games and bargain hunting for games with you guys is a passion of mine, and I want to share. The reason I do this channel is to share that with you guys. I know sometimes it feels like I'm sitting talking to a camera and it feels like no one's there, but I know someone is. I know at some point someone will be listening, and I do this to share my passion with you guys and girls. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please let me know what bargains you have found, and I'll see you guys hopefully the next video, hopefully soon. Look after yourself, guys.